Hi, my name's Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2024 with Miss Katelyn Gault. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm well, Cameron. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's day 2 of Matsuricon. I can't complain. It's a great con. So it's been a while since last time you and I had a chance to sit down and talk. It was at Matsuricon 2022. How have you been since then?
Good. Busy. Directing a lot, actually, more now. Video game directing. But yeah, good. Good. Just busy. Busy but good, which is, I really can't complain in this industry if I'm busy. So, yeah.
Speaking about directing, there's a game that literally just launched this weekend called a 5v5 shooter called Concord. How was it like directing on that? And we're literally here during the launch weekend. How's it going?
I know. It's incredible. I don't even know what to say. The team at both Firewalk and Sony are unbelievable. They care so much. I've had a wonderful experience with them. The getting to know all of these characters and getting to know this cast, the cast of Concord. So many different people from all walks of life, and I truly cannot be. I'm so humbled to have been chosen as their director, truly, because I think it's such a special group of people, and I think, I really hope people play and have fun and get to know these characters and experience the world that is of Concord. North Star, woo! It's truly been a dream. I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
I checked out a little bit of doing the research on you. I checked it out a little bit just to see the trailers and everything. So earlier in your career, you did a lot of live action. Do you feel your time doing live action helps you with your voice acting?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think so. I'm a theater trained actor, and I always like to say voice acting is kind of this beautiful blend of film and theater, because if you don't learn to use your instrument and project your voice and which is often what you learn in theater school, then I think you're kind of at a disadvantage. So I would absolutely say live action has helped me. Also, what I find is that my actors, when I'm directing, who have done theater, not always, but they tend to have a really good sense of imagination and being able to really create the scene in this booth where they're alone, right? And they have to put themselves in these scenes and make it really believable. And I feel like having that live action or that theater background is incredibly beneficial.
Awesome sauce. So, because I'm a theater guy too. So, last time we talked, you mentioned working on Rising of the Shield Hero, and it got a second season since the last time we talked. How's it go for the rest of you and the cast since then?
So I was just talking to somebody about this. I have to tell you, great, by the way. Every time I have to call Melty, can I say the word that I call her?
As long as it's PG.
Okay, there's a name that I have to call the character Melty. I think we all know what it is. Look it up. I won't say it. It starts with B, but every time I have to try to say it in the booth, there are so many outtakes of me just going, bah! And launching myself into the wall and being like, I can't say that. This is so weird. The first time I had to say it in season 1, I was like, am I being punked? I was like, is this the script? Am I really supposed to say this? But anyway, so it's going great. I had a lot of fun. That team is also really, really great. So yeah, it's fun. I get to play a queen. Wah!
Alrighty, now, since last time we also talked, you worked on the RPG called Octopath Traveler 2 as Rei Mai. How's it like working on that in reaction from fans? I'm an RPG guy, so I might be able to have a chance to check it out. It
was cool. I mean, it's such a vast story that I like. When I'm recording, a lot of the time I don't have a chance to I don't know everything about the story when I'm recording it. So it was really, really cool. I think the artwork for Octopath Traveler is stunning, and when I saw it, I was like, what? I was not familiar with it at all. But yeah, it was awesome. Again, playing a warrior, it's kind of what I do. I kind of play a lot of badass women. So it was awesome. It was awesome. Love the artwork.
Yeah, it reminded me of the old school RPGs from the 90s and that Final Fantasy, high fantasy type artwork, and it really reminded me of that. So as a big game you got to work on recently was Persona 3 Reloaded. and it's an updated version of the original classic game that didn't have any that had voice dialogue at the time and now got re-recorded. Did you happen to have the chance to listen to the original actress to pick up any tips? And how was it like doing the original and going back and dubbing it?
Well, I don't know if people know this. I was directed by the original actress. Val Aram directed it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so yes, I've had many opportunities to listen to Val Aram. She is, I love Val. If you see this, Val, I love you. She's the warmest, most just the kindest human. I love her so dearly. And I didn't get a chance to listen to it before because when I was coming in for it, I didn't know what it was because it's all NDA'd, right? So like, yeah, exactly. And so I had no idea what it was when I walked in, and she explained to me, and it was really sweet. She went, so... and we actually we play characters that are sisters in Monster Hunter. And so she was like, hey, so I feel like I should tell you that I voiced the original. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, and you were the only one I could trust to do this. And I was like, no. So it was really special. It was really special it was like such a glorious collaboration and kind of like a passing of the torch. And it was really special. And also I was like, what is this character, Val, as we got into it? I don't want to spoil anything, but I was like, what is happening right now? Again, am I being punked? Like, what are these things that are happening to me? Anyway, it was really cool, really special.
I would say it sounds like you have a lot of fun moments in the booth. And speaking of your work last time, also in that same genre of gaming was Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance has come out.
SMT5.
SMT5.
SMT5, yeah. Vengeance.
John over here's laughing because he's an old school guy with those games. So
like, it's not hard to say. No, I'm kidding. No, you're fine.
Now you got to direct that. How did that direction go?
Great. I mean, it didn't take quite as long, obviously, because it's kind of an alternate of the original. Well, actually, I don't know. It kind of did take as long, come to think of it. But we already knew the story. We already knew the characters pretty well. The Kadishtu were the new ones, right? Which I played Lilith as well. So that was really neat. But yeah, Kyle McCarley and I team directed that. So yeah, just like the original. So he, when I was in the booth, he would direct me. I mean, gosh, I love that cast too, and it was really fun to revisit that story and kind of take it in in a different way, to do this another alternate ending to all. I was like, how many endings are we doing? But yeah.
Some RPGs, all the way from A to Z.
Yeah, it was cool though. It was really cool, and I'm again so humbled to be in the company, the Kadishtu of Jeremy Lee and Kari Walgren and Allegra Clark, and I was like, why am I here? No, it's just really cool character, really cool story. I love the angels and demons aspect of it. I think the lore is really neat. Yeah, it was cool, really cool.
And then now, as a director, you have many challenges. How do you get the best out of your performer, and how do you tackle to get the best line out of someone?
That's a really good question. One that I don't think I have all of the time in the world to answer right now. I mean, there's a lot of things. I think when I'm directing, because I come from an acting background, I know how difficult it is to be in the booth. I know the challenges that they're facing. I know what they need. And so I have an advantage there as a director. I think it's about cultivating an environment of fun and ease. I think it's not about, even, and especially if we're dealing with really heavy subject matter, I think it's about making everybody comfortable, making sure that we're doing things as efficiently as possible, making sure everybody's on the same page. I think it's really, and if an actor is struggling with a read, taking the time to work it out and play with them, I like to read people in a lot. I like to be part of their process, and yeah, I mean, if we're struggling, I think it's about communicating with the client and talking about, just talking about it and making everything pretty low stakes. I like to make everybody really comfortable. So that's how I do it.
No, I mean, like I said, speaking for many, many years with everybody, and I get different answers to that same question, and it's like, that's why I ask it, because I'm like, okay, everybody's different on their directing and acting abilities, and how do they challenge it, especially when they're a newer director. They've only done like one or two roles, or maybe one episode of something. It's like, how do they challenge themselves? So it's really cool to hear the differences in directing. So kind of wrapping things up, what projects do you currently have you're allowed to talk about that aren't behind the... Now, I will at least mention, I didn't get to play it yet, but the Tales of Arise Dawn DLC, that's still available. Is there anything else currently in the works other than Concord that we talked about earlier? Anything else?
Oh, there's a ton in the works. Nothing I can say right now. Yeah. Oh, I'm directing on a lot of stuff, actually non JRPG and anime related. So yeah, I can't. Oh, is there anything I can talk about that's coming out? I don't think so. I think, yeah, Tales of Arise, yay, Kisara, woo, yeah, she's so strong.
Fish and Shield.
Fish and Shields, and her brother, all the time, all day, every day. No, gosh, I can't think of anything else that I can actually talk about right now. I'm sorry.
No biggie, no biggie. And real quick, where can we follow you online to keep up with your work? And what would you like to say to all the wonderful fans that have been keeping up with you for all the many, many years and giving you so much love and support?
Thank you. It's so wild to me that people actually hear my work. You do these sessions, and I was just saying this to John that I work on a game for maybe 4 hours, right? On a Tuesday in like October, and then 9 months later this game comes out, and people are like, "Oh my goodness, I loved you in," and I'm just, and it's really. It's special, and it's beyond what I ever thought would happen in my acting career, and I'm just really, really grateful, and also confused because I'm horribly self-deprecating. I'm thank you, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. You make me feel very, very special, and you can follow me. Because I'm so busy, I'm not on social media all the time, so I don't always post. I usually try to announce things when they come out, but on Instagram, I'm at Katelyn_Gault. Also on X or Twitter, I'm also at Katelyn_Gault. And then every now and then I'll update my website, which is just KatelynGault.com. But yeah, that's how you can.
Katelyn, wonderful to see you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.